Hi everyone, welcome back. So some folks have been asking, can I demo the Fragmented Servers variant of Deckers? I mean, do I need any excuse to show you more Deckers? I don't think so. So let's dive in. This is your regular server side. Flip them over. Here's our Fragmented Servers. So let's see, how does this work? Why don't we go Viking? Let's go Viking. That's a nice idea. Let's just play Viking and keep it simple. We won't go 2.0. We'll just play 1 copper, 1 silver, 1 gold with Viking, a level 3. Viking's a real step up in terms of difficulty if you don't know how to handle it. And on the Fragmented server, well, we'll see how this plays out. We'll randomize our objectives. So 1 copper, 1 silver, 1 gold. Okay, so we've got double switch, data overload, and distributed defense. Okay, distributed defense shouldn't be too bad solo. So let's see how this goes. Let's create our network. So we'll shuffle up the server cards. First one is red. Okay. So look for the tile with red in the middle. Red 6. So that's our red tile. Next is purple. So we want to close down space 5 on the Viking. Having 2 spaces of the same number next to each other is also bad in Viking. Yeah, data overload is going to be a little bit trickier with a fragmented server, but it depends. It might just be, in plain solo, this might just come down to just managing sparks, which with Viking, a little bit tougher, but does this influence the way we place our servers? I think it does. I'm probably happier with something like this. Let's go with this. All right, next is blue. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go here. All right, next is green. All right, I'm going to go here. 5's not looking great up here, but I'm going to go here. And then lastly is yellow, so yellow is going to come in here. All right, that's our network. So it's quite closed. But there you go. That's what a fragmented network looks like. And we've got to pick a colour. Who do we think is going to be best equipped or will give us the most interesting game for these set of objectives on this network? Why don't we go Tokyo Black and see if we can't use his ability? That would be very interesting. Okay. So Tokyo is going to go up here on blue 6. That's his entry space. We're going to start with 5 blue pieces, 1 on our starting space, and then the other 4, and we get 4 because there's 4 servers with no starting player. So every 6 space gets 1, and I can distribute these how I want. Okay, but let's do Viking. Let's see what Viking does. So 1 spark on each space, 2 and 4. So we need 10 of these. Affect where I place my blue ones, because you need to place these first. 2, 4, and then 2 on each open space, 5. Yeah, so maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe we should focus these a little bit like this. And I kind of like to put the sparks up on display so we can see how many are left. It should be 9. Let's create our market, or upgrade area, I should say. So we have decoy duck, viral splash, exotic software, digital tattoo. I always like digital tattoo early. That does help early on. I don't think viral splash is going to help us particularly this game. Decoy duck that might be really helpful in a fragmented server environment. And also exotic software is going to be helpful for us for getting installations, which is going to be important, I think, for us in this game. So yeah, I've got my eye on this. All right, let's draw our starting hand. Give that one more shuffle. See what we can do. I love it when the game starts. All that potential in front of you, figuring out what's going to be best to go where. All right. Okay, we got no red, but some blue, the yellow, green. Okay. All right, good stuff. So we skip spawn step on turn 1. I'm just going to double check our goal for copper is double switch. Have exactly 2 sparks on space 4 on each decker's home server. So we're blue, space 4 up here. There's 1 there already. We need to get 1 more on here. These copper goals should be nice and easy for a veteran player, and they should introduce new players into the game pretty gently. Now, first off, I want to buy Decoy Duck, I think. This is really going to help me with that double switch. It costs 1 yellow, which we have with Intercept. So let's pay Intercept. We'll discard this and buy Decoy Duck. All right, let's put that in our hand. Maybe I can use these to buy exotic software. I like this idea. So blue, red, purple here treated as red, and we've got a green and a yellow. So I'll pay those. I actually want to use both of these. So which card will I throw away for exotic software? I think diversion. Let's throw away diversion. Okay, so these are played. This goes to my hand. I'll probably save this for next time. I'm going to play Decrypt for 2 blue, and we'll move. So 2 movement, we can move. That's free because from and 2 have both got blue programs in them. We're going to move here next. That's 1. Bring these 2 with me. And that's 1 movement, and in my second movement, I'm going to move here. Then I'm going to play Decoy Duck. So for its execute effect, so ignore the symbols. On your current server, so blue, swap the spaces of 1 program with 1 spark. So what you'll notice about these fragmented servers is the 1s and the 6s of each colour are together. Okay, so blue, 1 and 6 are here. I'm over here on 4, but 3, 2 and 5, they're all over here, but they're still my server. Right, now we make a distinction between server, so that's the blue spaces or the green spaces, and server tile. So this is my server tile, but my current server is blue. I'm standing on a blue space, so and my home server is all the blue spaces. So for Decoy Duck, swapping the space of a program with a spark on my current server means blue space with blue space. Okay, not anything on this tile. That's a different server. This one is a different server. Okay, but I can swap this one with this one. And no, I didn't have to be standing here. Right? If I was standing here, I could still Decoy Duck and swap these 2. Right? But I had to move over there to get a blue program in there. So that was the problem. But yeah, now I've got exotic software. I'm actually going to save this. I'm just going to leave things as they are. We'll save this for next turn. So we'll end our turn here. We'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, we got the 1 blue movement. We need to get back over here. Super. I want to do something about. I'm probably going to try and. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's refresh the upgrade area. Pied Piper, fantastic. Good to see. Psionic Scatter, yeah, less important for this game. It's a nice card, but not in this game. Every card, has times when it's good, times when it's not so good. You've got to recognise those times, really. Okay, spawn new sparks. Right, so Viking's going to spawn 1 spark by rolling the dice. These spaces are vulnerable, so I don't really want red 5, red 4, or anything kind of around it. Let's roll and see what happens. Yeah, Viking can be dangerous. So, I mean, this blue program we've left here is in a little bit of a precarious spot, particularly being on a high numbered space. Yeah, we'll see. It is green 3, which is down here. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Right, it's black sparks. So Viking says, if it goes onto an empty space, look for the highest numbered adjacent space that has any sparks, which in this case is purple 4, and place it there instead. Okay, another danger zone. We don't have any yet, but Viking is the first SMC you'll see that really is going to hit you for Guardians and try and make you lose through Guardians. Let's start by swapping out Decrypt for Pied Piper. She's just wondering if I can do that differently. Let's think differently. Let's use Bypass first. Bypass for 1 green and buy Digital Tattoo. And then I can use, yeah, I kind of like this idea. All right. Digital Tattoo says when I play this as part of an upgrade action, it also generates 1 purple. So that would be blue and purple, which I can treat as 2 blue. So I can play these and buy Pied Piper. Okay. And then, which one do I want to get rid of? I'm tempted to throw away Digital Tattoo and keep hold of Data Steal. I think I've got more green in my. I've got another green in my deck, so I might just discard Data Steal and throw away Digital Tattoo. Now, when you throw a card out of the game, an advanced card out of the game, it goes back in the market. So that's something to bear in mind. Advanced cards are never lost from the game, only basic cards. So I discarded that. I forfeited Digital Tattoo. It goes back in the market. All right, now I've got these cards. I'm actually going to use Decrypt to move. So 2 movement. And let's go 1. And I'm actually going to grab this and pull it back. I didn't need to move that over there like I did. All right, so 1, 2. I do want it on 5. Let's take that back. This is even more interesting. All right, my 2 movement. 1. This is free. 2. Okay, bingo. Right, discard. Then play exotic software. Remove 2 programs of any color from your space to add an installation of any color there. And we'll add a green installation. This is cheeky. Discard this, but I'm actually feeling confident in my ability to get more blues. This is still dangerous. This is still dangerous, but I can do something about it. I want to split up those sparks because that is a danger. If Viking puts another one there, I've lost my installation. But I'm going to pay 3 red as wild, 1 purple. I'm going to buy Digital Tattoo. We'll throw Apprentice out of the game. Discard Infiltrate. This is now in my hand. Then with Digital Tattoo, it generates an extra purple. So that's green and purple. That goes back in the market. I'm going to buy Sonic Scatter for 2 green. Then I'm going to play 2 green to shift twice. The first thing to note is I'm standing on a space with a green installation, so I can ghost my action to any red space. I'm on a red space with a green installation, so I can ghost from here to here, down to here, or any other red space. So with my 2 shift, the first thing I'm going to do, I want to protect this, remember. And at the moment, if something hits that space, it's going to move into there with Viking and blow my double switch. So I can halve the odds just by doing 1 shift here down like this. This also protects this because if this gets hit, that would have created a Guardian and killed my installation. So pushing that away, shifting that away has done 2 things, which I really like. I don't know if I need a second shift as it goes, but right now you see if that space gets hit, it's going to come here instead. That's 6 is higher than 4. This is a 5. I'm going to leave that one there because that's actually protecting this. The other option is that I ghost down here. You see, if I push that one up here, shift that up here, that's actually protecting these spaces a bit more. So if it hits 1, it's going to now hit both of these. If it hits 5 here, it's going to hit 6. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should leave that there. But it might be an opportunity to shift that one out. That might be an opportunity. Ghost here, shift that out. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, let's do that. We'll leave that one here. I do want to do something about it, but maybe not just yet. Okay. And I've got Pied Piper left. I've got a purpose for this, but I'm not going to do it yet because I don't want to make my space more vulnerable, which you'll see why I mean that in a moment, but when I actually do it. Let's hold. Let's draw our 5 cards. It's the last 5 cards of our deck. There should be a single green in there. No, it's not. I spent that already. I must have spent it already. I did. Bypass is already spent. Right, there's my hand. We'll restock. We get duality and duality. And there's a certain symmetry in that. Right, next then. So next turn, final turn of the cycle. And let's do... So anything other than blue 4, and we're good. Anything other than blue 4. Yes. Yeah, we've reduced our odds to just one roll. 1 in 36 is a problem. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Green 4 is all the way over here. There's already a spark there. So if Viking hits a space with a spark on it already, it just sticks with it. Right, so nice and easy. But I don't like this area. I should probably try and do something about it. But I'm not going to. All right, let's see. So the plan for Pied Piper, and I'm actually going to do it now before I persuade myself otherwise, because I really want to show you Tokyo's ability. It's just use the 2 blue commands. So as an action, you can pay 2 blue commands to reposition your current server tile. Okay, so not your current server, but your current server tile, i.e. remove and reattach, per the normal setup rules. Remember, when you're placing a tile during setup, it has to be connected to, well, 2 of its spaces have to be connected to existing spaces on the network. You must not disconnect any other server tile from the rest of the network. What that means is I can't take a tile out of the middle if it leaves something else disconnected. I mean, I could remove this one because that one would still be connected. These will all be still connected to each other. But it has to be my current tile, server tile, which means this one here. Normally, I'd only be allowed to move that one. The server tile, and this is the distinction between server and server tile. The server tile that I'm standing on is this one, but I'm at a green installation, so I can ghost my action. This is an action, so Tokyo's ability is as an action to any red space, right? So I'm going to ghost it down here. Now this is my current tile. So this is where Tokyo, at a green installation, his ability basically means on a fragmented network like this, he can move any tile. So Tokyo becomes really helpful in this variant. So I want to take away this one. So we haven't disconnected anything, right? Everything's still connected, and I can reposition it. I can reposition it anywhere just using normal setup rules. And I'm going to reposition it up here. Now what you'll see now is on the red server, 1 and 2 are next to each other. I've got 4 spaces all next to each other. 6, 1, 2, and 5 are all next to each other. And the reason why I didn't want to do this on the last turn was because that would have made space 4 here on blue a little bit more vulnerable, because if we'd have hit 3, that would have hit both these spaces and it would have destroyed my objective. So yeah, I'd have doubled my odds from 136 to 1 in 18 of failing. There we go. We've used Tokyo's ability. Thanks, Tokyo. Right, that does mean I might just need to rearrange things a little bit to get everything back. Right, so that was my first action using Pied Piper. I've secured the objective. I'm thinking about data overload. I probably want some more blue if I can get them. Duality means greens also help. This is less of a problem now. These are, well, they're down at the fringes of the network. They're not that troublesome, I don't think. I think I've got to think about blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ghost my action to here. And I'm going to play 3 blue to upload blue program to space 2. Ghost comes off. I'm just looking at this and wondering whether I can use Tokyo's ability again. This is interesting because I could potentially move this tile. Where's yellow 2? Yellow 2 is here. Just wondering if this was up here, although I stick with 1, 2 here. Yeah, I kind of think I'm all right as it goes. 1, 2, 3. I'd have to use all 3 of these cards to upload another blue. Is that the sensible thing to do? I think it could be, you know. 1, 2, 3, put a blue down. Yeah, I think we'll ghost back here again. We'll place it here. I think that's all right. That's okay. Yep, all right, done. And we've completed copper. All right, SMC attacks. Are there any sparks with any of our programs? No, there are none. With this installation, sparks can't take out installations. So let's resolve our objective. Double switch, have we got the goal? Have exactly 2 sparks on space 4 on each Decker's home server, which is blue. Yes, we have. Okay, success. We've engineered her sparks into our neural trap. Now, let's double tap them. Remove 1 spark on any space 4 and place 1 green program there instead, and repeat as many times as you wish and are able. So, we can do this loads. And there's 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here. We don't want to get ourselves into too much trouble, but you know, that duality is now suddenly looking pretty helpful, turning these into blues. Well, let's get rid of these 2. So we'll do that once. And this is like a gift horse, really. We've got enough. We've got enough in the supply. We've got 2 more in there, right? We only need 1 more, I think. Oh no, yes, I think we only need 1 more. So I'll just do it. I think so. So our neural web, I could leave that one there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all of them. Yes, we've got 2 blue. We've got 2 blue left. But look, my neural web is just so good. I mean, this is just delicious. And I can use duality to flip them into blues. That's nice, isn't it? I can shift them, flip them. Yeah, fascinating. Okay, all right, that's it. Now let's see. We do have some spark movements, and this may change my decisions somewhere. Green up. Yeah, I don't know if it will, actually. So the lowest space on green. Now this is where sparks really, on a fragmented network, really jump around. So find the lowest space with any sparks for green up. So 1, no, 2, yes. So 2 is going to go to 3. Okay, that's green up. Red down. So the highest space with any sparks on red is 5. 6 is empty. 5 goes to 4, which is there. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Yellow down. Highest, so 6 doesn't. 5 doesn't. 4 doesn't. 3 doesn't. 2 doesn't. 1. 2 goes to 1. Doink. And then blue up. So the lowest on blue. I don't think we've got any on blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, blue has no sparks. And there we go. So you can see that they really jump around on a fragmented network, which makes it hard when you do, you know, when you're trying to visualize things, knowing where everything jumps around. But yeah, I was contemplating leaving this black, but if I had, that would have been 2 sparks here. So yeah, I'm happy that I made that choice. And it means, because there's greens here, I've actually got quite a bit of control over the network now. Okay, refresh phase. Do I want to keep duality? Do I want to keep the market? Do I want to refresh it? I kind of like the options that duality is bringing me. Now, one little thing is there is another duality in the deck, and I know this because it says underneath advanced here there's 3 little dots. This tells me that there's 3 copies of duality in the deck. Neat little Easter egg for you. Maybe it's not much of an Easter egg. It's kind of, you'll probably figure it out in no time. But that's what those 3 dots means. There's 3 duality cards. So I've got 2 of them. What are the chances of another one appearing? I don't know. But I quite like. I mean, I could get with digital tattoo as well. I just need green or yellow, and I can pick up duality, and that could help me save some pennies here on flipping greens to blues. I might leave the market. Okay, let's reshuffle. And then we'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm still tempted to have Tokyo move this server as well. I don't know why. Something tells me it would be better up here. Could well be. It's an option. All right, we've got 2 data steals, sabotage, decrypt, and focus. So a lot of basic cards. Interesting. And yeah, maybe not. Maybe not the hand we wanted. Okay, Intel phase. So data overload. Now I'm going to tell you about this one because I've posted this as a variant, and do you know what? There's still a little niggle in the back of my mind. I did suggest this to the publisher, but we agreed we'd stick with the original rule, but I'm going to offer you this as a variant. So as a variant, during the Intel phase, do a quick look and say, look, come on team, you're right, you're asking me to do this goal. What happens if I succeed? What happens if I fail? And go and check. So I like it because my memory sucks. And I think I'll probably play with this actually going forward. I think someone asked me, which do you prefer? And I'm like, the original rules. But, you know, actually, I think this is what I like. In the Intel phase, check out your goal, but also check the back, just in case it influences your decision. I like it. So if we succeed, it's going to place sparks on every space 1 and 3 on red and yellow. So 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Well, that's not too bad. It's 4 sparks. All right, have a pathway along spaces 1 to X. X is the number of deckers plus 1, so 2. So have a pathway along spaces 1 to 2, which obviously on a fragmented server is more tricky than a regular server because 1 and 2 will just be right next to each other. But we've got 1 and 2 next to each other now because of Tokyo's ability on red. And I'm thinking blue. So 1 to 2 is this pathway. Or I could move yellow up here and make it yellow 1 to 2. I mean, it could just be this nice little pathway here. So Tokyo is really going to help us with data overload. These pathways must be connected by a pathway that crosses at least one other server. Well, that bit's easy enough on a fragmented network. No special rules. So we've reduced the distance between 1 and 2 on red. 1 and 2 on blue are still at a distance. And there's also the option of moving the purple right next to the 2. I could move that around here. I could move this one out of the way and then move this one in here. But that would mean 2 lots of 2 blue to do it, to get the servers moved. But they would all be nice and they would be genuinely next to each other. So yeah, I mean, there's just different options here. But let's see. Viking's going to spawn sparks first, and it's going to spawn 2 of them, 2 black. Let's see where they go. We have green 3, which has a spark, so that's just taking another one. The second one, purple 3. Okay, that has a spark. Right, so Viking's being a little bit kind, but they are clumping up. So we've got 2, 2, 2. 3's okay. That one's probably okay. I mean, if these get sparked, then a guardian will form here. This one, anything up here is going to cause a guardian up there. So having sparks down here on the edge is less of a problem. They're less likely to hit, and if they do hit, it's not really a problem having a guardian kind of isolated out here. So I mean, these aren't too bad. That one probably more of a problem. Actually, this one here on green 5 that I've left unattended. Yeah, interesting. All right, let's think about these. Let's think about this goal. The sooner I get data overload done, I mean, sometimes it's nice to just complete the objective straight away. Sometimes it's kind of nice to do kind of control the sparks and keep the objective in your back pocket. But let's see.